Student, myself Dr. Kanudesh Tiwari. Today we will discuss about your physics first. In your physics first syllabus, there are 3 modules. First module consists of wave theory of light, in which we will discuss about interference of light, diffraction of light and polarization of light. Now we will start to discuss about the first topic of module 1 in your syllabus, interference of light. As you know, interference of light is a phenomena which is based on the principle of superposition. Superposition of two waves with following condition: same frequency, travel in the same time, phase difference remains constant with time and resultant, intensity is not distributed uniformly in the space of non-uniform distribution of energy due to superposition of two waves is called interference. It is very simple definition. I hope you understand, because you have already learned about interference of light in your 12th class. Now, at some point the intensity is maximum and the interference at this point is called constructive interference, and at some point the intensity is minimum and the interference at this point is called destructive interference. You know better. When two light waves are going to superimpose upon each other, they are of slightly different frequency, but their resultant amplitude is equal to the algebraic sum of each and individual wave. This is principle of superposition, which is applicable in case of interference of light. In this process, in this phenomena, we will get intensity maximum and intensity minimum. There are two conditions. Where we observe that the intensity is maximum, we said that there is a constructive interference of light when two light waves are going to superimpose completely. But when we will get the dark, low intensity, minimum intensity, we can say that there is destructive interference of light, because the both rays are not in same phase. For interference phenomena, it is simple layout as shown in figure for your understanding. Interference. The light waves, there are barrier, or you can say the cardboard, there is a 2 pinhole. It is a single source of light. It is a 2 pinholes which are act as a 2 sources of light. They split the single source light waves into 2 light waves, and they are traveling and reach at the particular screen, where during their travel they are going to superimpose upon each other and follow the principle of superposition. So we will get a regular pattern of interference fringes, bright and dark fringes. Bright fringes for constructive interference, dark fringes for destructive interference, as shown in figure. Another figure for as shown in figure by diagram, destructive interference, it is very clearly showing from figure that the light waves are out of phase, so there is a destructive interference. Constructive interference means the both light waves are in same frequency, then we get a resultant amplitude, resultant intensity. As you know that intensity is equal to the square root of amplitude. So from figure it is clear that for interference it is must that the both light wave should be of same phase, means there is no phase difference will be able to between two interfering rays. If the phase difference exists, then you never get the constructive interference, you will get the destructive interference. Interference is of two types. Interference produced by division of amplitude. For example, you have learned in your 12th class, it is very easy, Young's double slit experiment, Fresnel biplane, Newton's ring, Michelson interferometer. Next है interference produced by division of wavefront. Coherent sources. Coherent sources, it is a very basic need for interference of light. Without coherent sources, we are not able to develop such type of phenomena like interference of light. But coherent sources are not naturally occurring. We are develop coherent sources in our lab by few experiments. Coherent source, two sources are said to be coherent if they are same frequency, same wavelength, same amplitude, constant phase difference with time. Production of coherent source, for example, Young double slit experiment. I hope you all are familiar about the Young double slit experiment as shown in figure. There is a first screen, a pinhole, single source, you get a single wavefront. Second screen, you have two pinhole S1 S2, you get there is a two wavefront. The single wavefront is divided into two wavefront and they are traveling toward the screen. During their travel, they are going to superimpose upon each other. You get the maximum and minimum pattern on the screen, which is shown that a regular pattern of bands, which is called fringe. Okay, where you get the maximum intensity constructive interference, where the minimum intensity destructive interference. Production of coherent sources, few examples are for your consideration. For example, you have already familiar about Lloyd mirror. Lloyd mirror is also used as a optical devices for production of coherent sources. Fresnel biprism is one of very famous example for production of coherent sources. You are also familiar about Fresnel biprism. And next, production of coherent sources by using Michelson-Morley experiment. A Michelson-Morley interferometer. It is very important topic for you also because you learn it about Michelson-Morley interferometer in special theory of relativity. Okay. It is also used for production of coherent sources. Basic need to know about phase difference and path difference, because for obtaining permanent or sustained interference, it is most requirement to know more about phase difference and path difference. The difference between optical path of two rays is known as path difference. Path difference, suppose that we have Young's double slit experiment in which we have two pinholes S1 and S2. They act like a sources of light, two sources of light. So, and P is a any point on the screen, means from S1 a ray is travel to P, means S1P rays first rays and S2P second rays. So we can easily find out the path difference between them. Path difference S1P minus S2P. Okay, suppose the path difference is X, the phase difference is delta. Okay, for a path difference lambda, the phase difference is 2 pi. For path difference x, the phase difference equal to 2 pi x by lambda. Phase difference delta equal to 2 pi by lambda into path difference. Now we will discuss about resultant intensity due to superposition of two interfering waves. You are also familiar about Young double slit experiment. It is also has same phenomena. Let S1 S2 be two slits. Let S1 and S2 be the two slits close to each other, equidistant from source S. Let A1 A2 be the two amplitudes at P due to the waves from S1 and S2 respectively. The waves at point P after traversing different path S1P and S2P, let the phase difference between two waves is delta. Delta phase difference equal to 2 pi by lambda into part difference S2 ESP2 S2P minus S1P as shown in figure. Okay. Now by applying principle of superposition we get the resultant intensity of two interfering rays as shown in figure. If y1 and y2 are the displacement of two waves, now y1 equal to a1 sin omega t and y2 equal to a2 sin omega t plus delta. By using principle of superposition we get y equal to y1 plus y2. Now put the value of y1 and y2, we get the desired result. y1 equal to a sin omega t plus a2 sin omega t cos delta plus a2 cos delta cos omega t plus sin delta. Means you can open the sin a plus b formula. By applying sin a plus b formula, you open the bracket, you get the desired result like y equal to a1 sin omega t plus a2 sin omega t cos delta plus a2 cos omega t sin delta. Y equal to sin omega t, you can take it common, a1 plus a2 cos delta plus a2 cos omega t sin delta. Let a1 plus a2 cos delta equal to a cos phi, equation number 1, and a2 equal to a2 sin delta equal to a sin phi. This is equation number 2, where a and phi are new constant. Now the equation becomes y equal to a sin omega t cos phi plus y plus a cos omega t sin phi. As you know cosine formula, by applying trigonometric formula you can simplify the above equation y equal to a sin omega t plus phi. Hence the resultant amplitude at point P is simple harmonic and amplitude is A. Squaring and adding equation 1 and 2, then we get a square cos square phi plus a square sin square phi equal to a1 square plus a2 square cos delta plus twice a1 a2 cos delta plus a2 square sin square delta. Now a square equal to cos square phi plus sin square phi equal to 1. You know from trigonometric relation cos square phi plus sin square phi equal to 1. So we will get a square equal to a1 square plus a2 square twice a1 a2 cos delta. The resultant intensity I at point P on the screen, which is proportional to the square root of the amplitude, is given by I equal to a square. Taking the proportionality constant 1 for simplicity, thus we get I equal to a square a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2 cos delta, where phase difference equal to 2 pi by lambda into part difference. Now let if a1 equal to a2 equal to a, then what happen if the amplitude of both interfering rays is equal? Then I equal to a square plus 2a square cos square delta. You get I equal to 4 square cos square delta by 2. Now we can apply the condition for maxima and minima. Okay, because we have the resultant intensity. The condition is maximum when cos delta equal to 1. Okay, only when phase difference equal to 2n pi and the value of n is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Part difference equal to n lambda. The intensity is n lambda, means I equal to a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2, means this becomes I equal to a1 plus a2 ka whole square. The intensity is minimum when cos delta equal to -1. Put in the above equation and get the desired result. Phase difference del equal to 2n plus 1, I equal to a1 square plus a2 square minus twice a1 a2. Okay, you can also write it I equal to a1 minus a2 whole square. This is the minima, and above I equal to a1 plus a2 ka whole square, this is maxima. Interference fringe bit with white light. Suppose that what happened when you are going to obtain interference pattern by using white light. What is the effect of white light on fringe width? If the source of monochromatic light is white, then the interference pattern consists of a few colored fringes with a central white fringe. At the center, the part difference and phase difference in all of the wave is zero. Therefore, all different colored interfering waves produce a bright fringe at the center. The superposing of different color produce central fringe white. This is known as zero order fringe. Zero order fringe.